If you are a holder of BUSD or a cryptocurrency that has some sort of a relationship with BUSD, it is undoubtedly a concern right now because we are seeing that the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission here in the United States, is now going after BUSD, or more specifically, they're going after Paxos. There's concerns over BUSD being a security and how this may go forward. Well, we're trying to get more information on that, and we actually have CZ, the CEO, the founder of Binance itself. He has been speaking out. We're going to highlight more details on that. We have an article here from Cointelegraph. I have a link to this article down in the description below, and I'll share my thoughts and my opinions on all of this at the end of the video. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. First up here, let's go ahead and pop over to Twitter. We have Miles Deutscher. I believe that's how you say his name. He says the SEC has labeled BUSD as an unregistered security and is suing its issuer Paxos. But how on earth is a stablecoin considered a security when it clearly doesn't meet the Howey test criteria? No one has ever had, quote, the expectation of profit when buying BUSD. And in this graphic, we can see it says, in doing so, the Supreme Court established 4 criteria to determine whether an investment contract exists. An investment contract is, number 1, an investment of money. 2, in a common enterprise. 3, with the expectation of profit. And 4, to be derived from the efforts of others. And Miles goes on to say here, yes, I'm aware that technically it doesn't need to pass the Howey test to be considered a security. The SEC basically has free rein to define an investable asset as a security if it wishes to. But it is undoubtedly sets a scary precedent. Now, CZ Binance's reply to this saying, BUSD, even though called Binance USD, is not issued or redeemed by Binance. So he is trying to make the distinction here in case people are concerned about how this is directly going to impact Binance itself. He's identifying it's through another company. And we have a thread here from CZ. In summary, BUSD is issued and redeemed by Paxos and funds are Seifu. Number 2, we were informed by Paxos they have been directed to cease minting new BUSD by the New York Department of Financial Services, or the NYDFS. Paxos is regulated by NYDFS. BUSD is a stablecoin wholly owned and managed by Paxos. As a result, BUSD market cap will only decrease over time. Paxos will continue to service the product and manage redemptions. Paxos also assured us the funds are Seifu and fully covered by reserves in their banks, with their reserves audited many times by various audit firms already. On the alleged SEC versus Paxos lawsuit, I have no information about it other than public news articles. The lawsuit is between the US SEC and Paxos. I am not an expert on US laws, but personally I agree with Miles' logic here, not that it means much. And this was the mentioned thread that I had just spoken of. If BUSD is ruled as a security by the courts, it will have profound impacts on how the crypto industry will develop or not develop in the jurisdictions where it is ruled as such. Binance will continue to support BUSD for the foreseeable future. We do foresee users migrating to other stablecoins over time, and we will make product adjustments accordingly. For example, move away from using BUSD as the main pair for trading, etc. Given the ongoing regulatory uncertainty in certain markets, we will be reviewing other projects in those jurisdictions to ensure other users are insulated from any undue harm. And then someone said, why not go for another issuer? CZ said, we are exploring others and non-USD based stablecoins. Now into the article. A New York regulator ordered Paxos to stop issuing BUSD, the third largest stablecoin by market cap. The New York Department of Financial Services, or NYDFS, has ordered blockchain company Paxos Trust to stop the issuance of dollar-pegged Binance USD stablecoin. The New York's regulators' actions come shortly after the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, issued a Wells notice to Paxos. A letter to the regulator uses to tell companies of planned enforcement action. The notice alleged that Binance USD is an unregistered security. The NYDFS has asked Paxos to stop creating more of its BUSD token. Paxos will continue to manage redemptions of the product, according to a Binance statement. The department is monitoring Paxos closely to verify that the company can facilitate redemptions in an orderly fashion subject to enhanced risk-based compliance protocols. In a statement published on the NYDFS website, the regulator confirmed DFS has ordered Paxos to cease minting Paxos-issued BUSD as a result of several unresolved issues related to Paxos' oversight of its relationship with Binance in regards to Paxos-issued BUSD. In response, on February 13, 2023, Paxos notified customers of its intent to end its relationship with Binance for BUSD. The most recent regulatory action on the third largest stablecoin comes in the wake of growing scrutiny around the crypto market. The SEC declared that crypto staking services violate securities law only last week, forcing Kraken to close its staking offering altogether. Coinbase is taking up the fight, claiming its staking products are not securities. The securities debate in the crypto market is long-running and has been in focus ever since SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple, the issuer behind the XRP token. The case is yet to reach a conclusion. Generally, if an investment of money is made in a business with the expectation of a profit to come through the efforts of someone other than the investor, it is considered a security. However, the security allegations against a stablecoin could present a major challenge to the crypto industry, as stablecoins are a popular on-ramp for users taking their first steps into crypto. Cointelegraph reached out to law experts to understand how stablecoins could qualify as a security. One lawyer said that while stablecoins are supposed to be stable, buyers may possibly profit from a range of arbitrage, hedging, and staking opportunities. Blockchain attorneys told Cointelegraph that while the answer isn't clear-cut, there is a case to be made if the stablecoin was created with the expectation of making money, or if it is a derivative of a security. All right. Well, yeah, me personally, now let's go ahead and share my thoughts on all this. I do not like the SEC. I do not like Gary Gensler. I do not like him before. I do not like him now, and I probably won't like him tomorrow. And that largely stems from past behavior that involves the stock market with shenanigans that have taken place. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but in regards to the meme stock rally. So we're talking about AMC, GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry, I believe, was on the list, and there might have been one or two others. There was an opportunity. Community was talking about this. They looked and analyzed the numbers, and they said, hey, this has all of the technical indicators that suggest these things could make a run. They could make a short squeeze. And lo and behold, things were looking really good. And then all of a sudden, boom, markets got shut off, and all you could do was sell. So it was only shut off in the sense that you can't buy it. So if you can't buy something, but you can only sell it, what happens to the price? Oh, look at that. The price is going down. Whoa. All of a sudden, the price is going down. And then we've had so many halts take place. There's been lots of investigations, lots of YouTube videos out there on all this stuff. At the end of the day, what's the main point? The SEC is seemingly overlooking all of these malicious behaviors from suspected hedge fund groups such as Citadel, all the way down the line, right? And then you also look at monopolization. The Sherman Antitrust Act was enforced to try and prevent monopolization in the industry spaces. And lo and behold, what we're seeing is that there are companies out there that got their hands in basically every pot down that line in the manufacturing that takes place. And the SEC, what do? Here's a little fine, give us a cut of it. All right, there you go. You're allowed to keep operating. But then in other circumstances where the community is proactively trying to develop, everything seems like it's totally fine, the SEC steps in, they say, oh, crypto? Oh, yeah. Well, how can we kind of just screw this up for everyone? Right? Let's push everyone back over to the US dollar. But this is a bizarre thinking, because imagine if all these stable coins that start getting created start having a shift to focusing towards like being pegged to the Chinese yuan, right? Or pesos or something else other than the United States dollar. If you want to show this identity that the United States dollar is the strongest currency in the world for a backing, from a backing standpoint, it would probably make more sense that you would be more open to adopting these And yes, I understand what they're saying in the article here, that from a lawyer's perspective view, with arbitrage, and there's these minor cases where, oh yeah, you can make some profit because it just slightly adjusts itself, this and that. It's kind of bizarre. We really haven't seen much of a fluctuation on this stuff at all. So based on its own design, it seems like it's pretty much as stable as it's capable of being. There are certain other cryptos that are out there. I believe the USDC is one that's more directly in line with US regulations. So maybe they're just trying to have one to rule them all, right? Like Lord of the Rings kind of status here. Maybe that's their intention. Maybe there's some sort of corruption that's going on in the back end. I mean, I'm speculating on this, guys. And so when you go down the rabbit hole of speculating, it could get dangerous. But I don't know. Maybe they're coordinating Gary Gensler with some other groups, and they're trying to take down Binance, or they're trying to take down the credibility of Binance. They're trying to take down some of these other players so that they can weasel in their product and essentially rise to the top. Does not feel like the actions that have been taking place with XRP, with BUSD, with the staking for Kraken. I mean, the AMC stock, those sort of things, that they're not actually going through and cracking down and doing a thorough investigation into these companies and forcing them with all the failure to delivers that have taken place. The list goes on and on. Doesn't really feel like they're actually doing things that are in the best interest of the average investor. It seems like what they're doing is in the best interest of the people that are top. And it's very frustrating when you really start diving down into this stuff. It's very aggravating. But maybe you guys have a different point of view on this. Do you think that this is going to be good news, bad news? What do you guys think? I mean, ideally, right, if they're claiming that this stuff is a security, I would look at it and be like, okay, fine. As a company, if you got enough money for it, register it as a security. There you go. Now it can be traded. Right? BUSD, there. It still exists. It's just a security now. You want it to be labeled as a security. We just got it taken care of, right? Okay. But who knows? Maybe it's probably harder than what I'm trying to make it out to be. Tell us your guys' thoughts about this down in the comments below. And that's what I got for you guys. So I do have a link down in the description for a video. You guys can go check that out on Spritz Finance. That's if you're wanting to pay for your crypto bills directly, or your real world bills, in regards to paying that directly with crypto. And if you use my referral link, you get a nice little extra bonus there. You can find out more information on that down in the description. Thank you so much, my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to WeLoveSafeMoon.com, Victor Vegas, SafeMoon Oz for being higher level patrons. Also, thank you to my YouTube members for your support. And if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, like button. God bless, and we will see you in the next episode.